This is Outlandish Zicky Dice, and you're watching the best of old school and new school. This is the Nation Network. Outlandish.
IWF International Wrestling Federation.
From Universal Studios, Florida, the home of Earthquake, Confrontation, E.T., Back to the Future, and now plays host to the International Wrestling Federation from Soundstage 23, Universal Studios, Florida, where you can ride the movies and see the superstars of professional wrestling.
All right, good evening, wrestling fans. We welcome you back to the Nation Network. This is the IWF, a very special greeting to all of our military personnel out there as we celebrate all of you with this Memorial Day weekend. Eddie Mansfield stepping through the ropes. Let's see what the boss has on his mind.
I'm not going to waste a lot of time. I'm going to get right to the point. Thor, I know you're in the back. I need you to get out here right now.
Mansfield calling out Thor to the ring. On the losing end recently, that Universal Assault.
I don't know what you was thinking, man, putting your hands on me. I own this company. I busted my ass. I have sweat. I have shed tears. I have done everything to put a roof over our head. And you just won't follow the game plan. Everything I said, you go against it. Everything I want, you go the opposite way. You keep on going over Soundstage that had nothing to do with us. And now look what you've done. One of our brightest young talents, Rob Van Dam, out indefinitely due to injuries sustained in the cell from hell. And that is because of you. That is on you. Let me tell you something right now. I have done everything in my power. I have been a company guy. I was carrying this company on my back, and then all of a sudden, the enemy infiltrates. How long do you think we would survive under the shadow of a Hulk Hogan, of a Ric Flair? The best chance this company has, the only chance this company has, I know it, and you know it, and that is for me to take my rightful place as the heavyweight champion. You think I'm gonna just give you a title shot when you're busy burning down my bridge? You want a title shot? Here's how it's gonna go. You have forced my hand. I'm not going to make it easy for you. As a matter of fact, tonight, I'm going to give you one big challenge. And trust me when I tell you, it's going to be one big challenge after a next. Because if you get past tonight's big challenge, I promise you there will be a roadblock in the way before you ever get to seeing a championship title match here in the IWF. But see if you can make it through tonight first, and then we will address the next step.
What are the plans for tonight?
He's American man.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you? All right, fans, ready to kick off the action. Now joining me here at the broadcast booth, man, we just heard from moments ago, Eddie Mansfield We've got not one, but two championships to be decided tonight, starting it off with the tag team titles. Here come the challengers right now, but a lot just happened while we broke into the program tonight.
A lot's been happening around here, and it's time to start dealing with it. Now, I sat back, and I was chill because I knew we had the big event coming up with Universal Assault, and I wanted our team to have the best chance and the best opportunity to be successful. But surprise, surprise, the man who has all the plans didn't exactly work it all the way through, did he? Not only did they not win, but now Rob Van Dam is out indefinitely with a pretty serious injury.
Well, one thing we all know is that that type of a match is always going to come with inherent risk. As we take a look right now at the tag team champions heading to the ring, getting ready to defend the IWF tag team titles here. Odessa Slim and Chubby MC.
Well, I don't want to take away from this match. I'll tell you this much right now. Odessa Slim and Chubby MC, they have been dominating the tag team scene, and that's no easy task, because I've always said it, and I'll continue to say, I believe we have the greatest tag team division in any way that you're going to look.
I'd be hard-pressed to make an argument against that as we take a look at the title that these four men will be competing for. 4 men, 2 teams. Only one team walks away with the gold when it's all said and done.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the International Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 229 pounds, Axe and Demolition. And their opponents at a combined weight of 473 pounds and
Odessa Slim and Chubby MC to defend those tag team titles here on Soundstage 23 at Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida.
They're going to be tested right now because Demolition, as we know, they've had a couple of opportunities. They haven't quite got the job done, but I do believe that you get a little bit better every time you lose a match. You learn something, you take something from it, and it makes you a little bit better the next time out. That's what I believe.
We'll find out if Demolition did indeed take something from that last meeting early on. Chubby MC with the lead, but now Axe turning it around. There's a double team coming up by Demolition, and I think that's going to play a big part in the match, and the eventual outcome is which team is able to put together the better use of the tag team time. You have that 5 seconds before the referee will count you out. And how much damage can be done with 2-on-1 in 5 seconds? Look at him grinding MC face first into the mat.
No, a lot of our viewers are used to seeing Demolition when it was Axe and Smash. Axe and Blast, a little bit different variation now. Blast's a totally different man, and he's got his own style that he brings to the table. He is a beast, though. He is a monster of a man.
Well, Chubby MC with a breakdancing move to get out of the way. And Blast comes down, and there is absolutely nobody there when he lands. Action now spilling out to the floor. Oh, my goodness. Belly to back suplex. Dropped him on the back of his neck.
Yeah, that's going to take a lot. Look at this. Little retribution right there by Chubby MC. Grinding the face of Blast into the ringside mat.
Now, you mentioned that our main event tonight is going to feature Thor against a big challenge. When you say big challenge, what are we talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about a big challenge. He's going to have his work cut out for him tonight.
That count getting up to 8, and this is where Demolition has got to pay close attention. Hold on a moment. It's a double count out. You can't win the title on a count out. I think he lost control.
I think he lost focus is what I think he lost.
Nonetheless, Demolition will not be winning the tag team titles here tonight. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
You have what it takes to become a professional wrestler. Become part of the fast-paced, slam-bam world of professional wrestling by joining the official IWF Training Center. Learn training and conditioning methods from professionals and find out what it takes to become a superstar in pro wrestling. You have tried the rest, so learn from the best at the IWF Training Center by calling area code 407-438-6411. Area code 407-438-6411. Don't miss it. Be there.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, ready for more action here on the IWF. Already in the ring, Tavish Noon. And who's he got? What the hell?
Rochester, New York, weighing in at 285 pounds.
Who is this?
Oh, baby, that's the Roadblock.
Roadblock?
That's right, man. He is a Roadblock.
Making his debut here in the IWF, making his debut on the Nation Network, the Roadblock. What a monster. He's got to be close to 7 foot tall.
But he became in at 6'9", 285 pounds. And let me tell you, the man, he might look like a monster, but he moves like a gazelle.
Want to give a shout out to everyone joining us here on this holiday weekend. Prime Time's in the house. William Weir is here as well. It's always a party when the clown's around. William Perkins, welcome aboard. Bell sounds, action's underway, and, well, look at this. Tavish with a couple of, oh, it has no effect. And Tavish right now starting to think perhaps that was a mistake.
Well, Tavish Noon is a well-seasoned, oh, man, well, he was a well-seasoned veteran, I was about to say. But experience doesn't make up for 285 pounds.
Tavish Noon in trouble right now. I don't think he had any idea when he saw his name on the board what was in store for him. Goes to the head, but nobody home. And that might have done it. Nope. This Roadblock is proving to be a lot for Tavish, I beg your pardon. Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and look at him bouncing off from the impact.
This man is a monster of a man. He is a beast, and he is going to be a great equalizer here in the IWF.
I can tell you right now, I am in awe just watching this man go to work and dismantle Tavish Noon, and that's not that easy. He's making it look easy. Oh, now unloading some heavy right hands onto the forehead of Tavish. Threatening to break him in half, and it looks like he can do that anytime he wants. Look at these right hands, each one finding the mark, and Tavish drilled into the canvas. Roadblock says it's over. I think it's been over.
Imagine what a man like this could do given an opportunity in a worthy promotion like this.
I am trying to imagine what he can't do right now, and I think Tavish is ready for this one to be over. Good Lord. Lights out.
He's having fun right now. He's another day at the office. Look at him just throwing Tavish. Tavish has got no offense.
Man with his pedigree, Tavish Noon, a man who's been around as long as he has, been in the ring with the names that he's been in the ring with, and he has not been able to do any damage to the Roadblock. hammering away on the head of Tavish Noon. Now look at it. Violent forearms. Oh, and there's that striking headbutt. That one actually seems like it did some damage, perhaps. What's he going to do here? Blocked nicely done by Tavish. Might have been going for a bear hug, I'm not sure. Just charges right through him again.
I'd say about the only thing Tavish can say he's done is he blocked a hold. That's about it. Other than that, this has been a one-sided massacre.
Good night. He is just clobbering him. Tavish blocks a shot, comes up with one of his own. And again, he just simply cannot make anything happen here. Those violent, this time it's left hands and the left forearm. He caught him with an elbow across the eyebrow. And I think Tavish might be starting to swell up.
This roadblock, I tell you right now, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the IWF and anywhere else.
How much of this has to do with the outcome of Universal Assault?
Listen, we all knew that it was in their building. We all knew they were going to have a home field advantage. I believe my team did put up a hell of a good fight. It was a hell of a good match. But I'd like to invite them to come over here once, and we'll try that again maybe this summer sometime and see what happens.
Is that an open invitation?
Well, let's put it this way. While I didn't want this to happen, it happened. And I certainly don't want to be on the losing end.
And look at Tavish going for a roll-up. And there's a reversal. Again, there's very little Tavish has been able to pull off offensively in this match. Another big clubbing right hand. Now the big man has him up. Sidewalk slam, and Tavish Noon. Now what? What is he doing? You kidding me? Oh my goodness!
That's all she wrote, baby.
Tavish got a shoulder up. How in the hell did he do that?
I'm not going to ask how, I'm going to ask why. It was over.
Belly to belly. Oh, Tavish, that was a mistake. You should have took it when you had the chance. That's another one. Look at the body of Tavish Noon. He is battered and bruised from head to toe. This roadblock is for real.
Well, we don't bring anything other than the best of the best here to the IWF. And I tell you, roadblock is for real.
The stopping power of this man. Tavish just found out what happens when you hit the roadblock.
That's more like what happens when the roadblock hits you.
Belly-to-belly suplex here, setting him up. And for a man 285 pounds, unreal. Second rope moonsault and just squashing the life right. Look at the body of Tavish Noon. More to come, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. Television champion will be defending later tonight.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. And what better way? With real American beer. bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do when real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
And we are ready for the next matchup, also featuring tag team action. Here come the Disorderlies.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 477 pounds. And
Well, these Disorderlies, since joining us here, have really made a name for themselves. They've come out hot and heavy and pulled off some major upsets.
They're a bit of a freelance as well. We've seen them wrestling not just here, they've also wrestled at the XWF and pulled out victories over there as well against top name talent. Nobody really sure who's under those masks.
I've been trying to find that out myself, and I actually hang around these guys in the back a little bit. I can't tell you who it is.
I'll tell you who these two gentlemen are. These are the Long Riders.
490 pounds. And
Brett Colt and Kip Winchester. Colt on the left, Winchester on the right. Together they make up the Long Riders, and tonight they're going to have their hands full. Going up against these Disorderlies. After what we saw earlier tonight, I would dare say the winner of this match here would probably be deemed at least in the top two.
You know, Demolition had an opportunity tonight, and they really let it slip away from them, and that's the kind of thing that can move you back down the ladder a little bit. You got to start winning matches when you get opportunity, and when you're going up against tag team champions, and it's not their first time.
Brett Colt with a big right hand. That put Disorderly number one straight down. There's another big right hand by the big Texan. What do we know about these Disorderly, not the Disorderly so much as the Long Riders? I mean, we've seen them here for a while, several months now. They've put a few really impressive victories together.
Well, one thing is for sure, they're up-and-coming talent. They are very good at what they do. They've taken to the tag team style of wrestling very well, and that is very important. That's something you're going to need to have. Just being a good wrestler alone isn't enough. You have to understand when it comes to tag team wrestling, there's a different mentality, a different psychology. And if you don't have all of those pieces, you will not be a great tag team. These two gentlemen, I believe they have that.
Look at that winding elbow right to the back of the head and neck area. And the Disorderly is in pretty rough shape early on. Oh, wow. Caught him with an up kick right there. What's the plan here? Roundhouse. Springboard off the middle rope with a roundhouse kick to the head. Brett Colt is down. And here comes Disorderly number two, and he's the big man.
Yeah, you know, you see a lot of things out of special tag teams, like, for example, the Killer Bees, where they could get in and outside the ring. Nice move right there.
Indeed, Brett Colt just took Disorderly number two off that top rope.
Used to see things called mass confusion where they would switch people in and out. Nobody would really know who's the legal man. It's going to be a little bit different with the Disorderlies because there is a physical obviousness between the two.
Oh, he tried to give him the off-speed pitch there, it looked like. Delayed himself coming off the ropes. But Winchester was ready for that, and it did not distract him at all. Right now, tonight, I've got to say, the Long Riders are looking pretty strong. Tag is made. Here comes Brett Colt, and going right after the Disorderly. Steps right through the mid. Stomp to the gut. And this is the Disorderlies. Realistically, they have not looked this bad up until tonight. Thus far, they've had very little offense in this match.
It looks like that unblemished record might be coming to an end if something doesn't turn around for them.
There's that back elbow right to the mouth. I would think one of the advantages in wearing a mask is that your opponent can't necessarily see your reactions.
Well, there's a lot to be said about that, because if somebody was in anywhere in a lot of pain, you wouldn't necessarily know it. You can pretty much judge it by what you're handing out, but you can't see it. I mean, he could be bleeding under that mask and you wouldn't know it.
Brett Colt now singling out the leg, working on the knee, and it looks like he might have done some damage, and Disorderly favoring it. Finally able to kick him off. Going for a cover. There's no way you're going to get him like that. Brett Colt easily able to get a shoulder up off of that one. As we welcome Judd to the stream. Here live on the Nation Network, this is the IWF. And the big man making that part look easy. And there's the tag made. Disorderly number 1 back in. Springboard comes up with a flying forearm. That one caught him.
Never count the Disorderlies out, man. We've seen them win too many big matches.
Oh, he may have just knocked him unconscious with that knee to the head. Had the leg. And Brett Colt able to get the shoulder up, and it was almost another massive victory for the Disorderlies. This unknown team has really come on the scene. And I got to tell you, if they were to find a way to beat the Long Riders in this match tonight, I got to believe they're the top contenders.
Well, they're definitely going to be in the conversation at any time, because, again, they haven't been beaten thus far. If they win here tonight, that retains.
And another vicious knee strike to the head. Stomping away. Oh, look at this, unloading. Well, the momentum in this one has definitely turned around now as Disorderly number 2 becomes the legal man. Comes off the ropes with a big splash. That's a good 245 plus pounds coming straight down on Brett Colt. Kip Winchester, meantime, ringside, trying to get tagged into this match. It's not happening.
Well, the Disorderlies, they've weathered a tough storm, and now they're starting to look pretty damn good.
Roundhouse again, and it catches him. There's 1, there's 2, and a save had to be made that time by Kip Winchester.
Well, the Disorderlies looking like they're going to put one more away here.
Across the shoulders. Oh, it's over. It's over. Big mistake right there, tagging out. He should have gone for the win, and another mistake perhaps. Oh, it looks like he's going to make up for it here, making the tag finally to Kip Winchester, who is now the legal man in the ring. Look at the Disorderly, though, coming back and living up to the name. Drops the big elbow right down into the chest.
These Disorderlies right now, they are just rocking the world by getting the matches that they're getting the wins that they've been getting, dominating the people they're dominating, including right now Kip Winchester.
Winchester has him up, down across the knee with a devastating backbreaker. Tagging in Brett Colt. I'm not so sure about that idea. And another tag made on the other side as well. Both teams get the, I'd say, fresh man, but I don't think Brett Colt is fresh at all. I think he's had a lot of damage and should have took more time off.
Yeah, he might have come in too soon, but it's a small package. Let's see.
Oh, there's a 1 count. Thought he might have caught him by surprise, and that's how you can pull out a quick victory. Series of elbow drops now, courtesy of the Long Riders. There's a tag made. Winchester will now once again be the legal man. Oh, and he just got caught by the Disorderly number 1.
Well, it's been a great back and forth match. It early on started out like it was going to be a walk in the park.
Oh, and he missed the target.
Well, you go big, or sometimes you go big and you go home.
Sets him up for a suplex, perfectly executed. Suplex right there by Disorderly number 1, going to make the tag. And I've got to say, the Disorderlies have done the better job of keeping the fresher man in the ring. There's that back elbow once again, finding its mark. Putting that boot to the back, and now Kip Winchester starting to look a little worse for the wear. Big right hand again. What's he doing with him here? Unloading some heavy artillery. Winchester is down on the floor ringside, and he's got to be wondering what's going on. And now in the meantime, he's bringing some more.
The Disorderly is handing them out to both members of the Long Riders.
I cannot believe the turnaround in this match, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like it was going to be one side and over. And now look what's happening. Into the guardrail.
Well, when steel and flesh meet, I can tell you right now, it's always going to be the steel that's going to get the win.
He really likes using those knee strikes. Back into the ring he goes. Oh, and another big miss. We've seen him do that a couple of times now. Go for a big move and miss the target.
But he was a smart man right there. He made the tag out. He said, listen, you know what? I want to clear my head. Want to be at 100%. Let me get my fresh man in, and that's how you win tag team wrestlers. That's what I was talking about early on.
Winchester making the tag now to Brett Colt. The legal man. And what's Brett Colt got in mind here? Up in the air for a power bomb of the big man into the corner. That's a lot of ground to cover. And the Disorderly does get there in time. Another tag made. Winchester now the legal man. Unloading. Oh, what a move. Tornado DDT.
I'd go for the cover right now if I was him.
Sharp elbow drop right to the chest. And now targeting the leg. He's going from one extreme to the other. Border to border. Has him up in the air. And there it is. Texas leg drop for the victory, ladies and gentlemen. But what a matchup.
Oh, that was a tremendous match by both teams. And hey, let's not lose the headline here. The Disorderlies have their first defeat in the IWF, courtesy of the Long Riders. And you know with that win, they're going to be getting the title shot in the near future.
Indeed. Big victory. Well done. As we take a look back at the highlights, and there were plenty to be had. Once again, fans, still to come. The television championship will be decided. And we know Thor is in our main event, but we don't know against who.
Well, you don't know against who. I know against who.
And if you haven't already, please take a moment to hit that like button down below. Driving him into the steel guardrail. I thought that might have been the end of the match right there. Here we see it. Brett Colt has him up in the air, and that's a big man to hit a power bomb on. He did it pretty much with ease. And here's, I believe, the finish right here. That Texas leg drop, bam, right on the back. driving the head into the mat, and that was more than the Disorderlies could respond to, and they suffer their first defeat.
Here are your winners. And
we'll be back with plenty more IWF action right here, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us.
There's only one man who can tell the world all that goes on in pro wrestling.
I'm Captain Lou, and I'm talking to you about the world of pro wrestling. Call me. I'm telling you, this number's for you. Mom, you raised a great son.
Nobody calls for you, Lou. My boys and I are taking you in. Get it. Come on.
I gotta make one phone call, and so do you.
Lou Albano's Wrestling Hotline, available until further notice or a hearing. Call now. $1.50 for the first minute, 35 cents each additional minute.
All right, fans, we are back, and we are live here on the Nation Network.
one fall, and is for the International Wrestling Television Championship.
All right, the TV title on the line. This is a history-making night for that television championship, because when it was introduced here at the IWF, you had made it clear that a champion would defend it each week here on programming, and if they were able to retain after 4 straight title defense, they would then have to sacrifice the title, surrender the title, but then have their choice of which championship they wanted to challenge for. And guess what? If Lightning Lou Perez finds a way to win tonight, he will surrender that title, and he will be able to be the first man to cash in the TV title on a title match of his choosing.
Well, not only that, but look who he's going up against. Blackjack Mulligan. Last time we saw Blackjack Mulligan out here, he beat Thor in under 10 seconds. Let that sink in for just a moment.
Yeah, Blackjack Mulligan is on a roll because his last 2 matches combined didn't last 25 seconds. And if you are Lightning Lou Perez, you better be well aware of that, defending that title here tonight. As we take a look at it, the television championship. Lightning Lou Perez, a lot of people didn't think he was going to be able to win that title. He took it from Rob Van Dam several weeks ago. And we do wish Rob Van Dam a speedy recovery. If you're just joining us, we found out last week that due to some injury sustained in the the Cell from Hell match over the XWF as part of Universal Assault 3 weeks ago, Van Dam will be out of action. We don't have an exact time frame on his return, but we do wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that's got me upset right now. This is a fallout from recklessness. This is why I have a difference of opinion right now with Thor. We should be on the same page.
From Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 230 pounds, Blackjack Mullins. And his opponent, from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, the International Wrestling Television Champion, Lightning Luis Perez.
Television champion Lightning Lou Perez. 1 match away from being the first man to cash in that TV title for a Name Your Championship challenge.
You know, and I think a lot of people automatically presume that Lightning Lou is going to go after the heavyweight champion, Cliff Anderson, if he were to do that tonight. And I'm not saying he won't, but there's a lot of prestige in that tag team title, as well as you see Nobody been able to unseat Odessa Slim or Chubba MC.
They lock up in the middle of the ring. This one is officially underway. And Mulligan's going to have that extreme size and strength advantage. There's a big right hand by Mulligan and a back elbow by Lightning Lou Perez. Perez now wants him to get back up, and Mulligan able to meet him on those terms. Nice go behind by the champion with a rear waist lock now, and Mulligan, I would think, in a power position. There it is. Snapmare takes him over. And now really wrenching up on that headlock. Look at Mulligan. Oh, look at this. The torque as he pulls up on the chin. Already, this is the longest match Mulligan's had in over 3 weeks.
Well, Blackjack Mulligan, he is made Texas tough, baby. They don't make men like this no more.
Back elbow, and down goes Mulligan, going for the cover. Is the TV champion, and he gets a 1 count. Trying to beat Mulligan in his own game using the back elbow. It's a very effective move. The elbow, one of the toughest joints in the human body. It can take a pounding, but it'll also feel like you got hit by a baseball bat if done properly. Working the arm now is Perez. Winds it up. Well, Mulligan's in a great deal of pain right now. You can see he's having a hard time controlling that wrist right now is Perez, and now he's transitioned into a top wrist lock. Go behind by Mulligan into a side headlock, and now Blackjack in control. Shoots him off. Back out front. There's that back elbow again. Mulligan getting a taste of his own medicine. And Perez with a boot to the face, and the challenger might be done. Head first into the turnbuckle now. Lightning Lou Perez catches an elbow. And now it's Blackjack Mulligan, of course. One point in time, he was part of one of the most famous tag teams in the history of the business, the Blackjacks, along with Blackjack Lanza.
Yeah, they were the WWF Tag Team Champions for a number of months. To say they were wreaking havoc would be a major understatement.
And now the champion just got sent crashing over the top to the floor. Now Mulligan out there with him. Perez gonna start the action off here. Oh, and Mulligan just caught him. Perez may be injured. Takes Mulligan over. These guys have got to pay attention now. Again, if you're Lou Perez, you're defending the title. A count out will still mean that you defended the title.
Yeah, all he's got to do is walk out of here tonight as the television champion, and then next week he can cash that in.
Count of 7, and both men will be making it back to the ring. And Mulligan into the turnbuckle, and Mulligan bleeding. Lou Perez getting a look at the cut on the face of Mulligan. And that might be giving him a different level of confidence right now than he had moments ago. Goes for the cover, get a 2 count.
Blackjack's in trouble right now. This is the first time he's been seriously dinged since losing the IWF Heavyweight Championship to Cliff Anderson.
Yeah, it's been a very quiet night thus far. We have not had a deal with Nasty Ronnie. And there's another 2 count. Mulligan got the shoulder up.
Now, I believe Nasty Ronnie took the night off. What a nice move right there by Lightning Lou Perez as lightning strikes.
Mulligan keeps on finding a way, but how much longer can that last? The TV champion, ready. Oh, inside. Nice shot right there. There's a small package by Mulligan. So close. And now the big cowboy starting to fight back in this one.
Well, I'll say there's some people in this world, when they see the sight of their own blood, they go into fight or flight mode, and a lot of them will go to flight. Not this man. This man's only got 1 year, and that is fight.
Lightning Lou Perez has Mulligan in trouble. Oh, that's it. Thunderstruck. He's going to retain the TV title, and he gets to name the champion.
Well, not only that, but that means we're going to have to crown the new television champion as well.
Talk about a win-win for the fans. So Mulligan 0 for 2 in his last 2 championship matches. I thought for sure he had it early on. Lightning Lou pulling out all the stops in this one. We're going to see here in just a moment the move that he refers to as Thunderstruck, and here it comes off the ropes. Good night. And that's all she wrote for Blackjack Mulligan here.
Here is your winner, and still International Wrestling Television Champion, Lightning Voice.
We'll be back with our main event.
Boo all you want. All I see are dollar signs. The overcharger can charge for expensive car repairs because your warranty expired and there's nothing you can do about it. And overcharging, your days are done. Woo! The Ninja Boys teamed up with Car Shield, the Bill Lauren, mechanic of your choosing, Auto Avenger, and we're treating bullies like him to a buffet of woo! Car Shield cars go farther. Woo!
All right, fans, it is time for the main event of the evening. We know 4 is going to be in action. And Eddie Mansfield has handpicked his opponent tonight and says it's going to be a big challenge.
Oh, yeah, baby, it's going to be a big challenge because I need Thor to understand something. I'm the one that runs this program. This is my show. This is my house. I'm the one putting the money down. I'm the one with the blood, the sweat, the tears. For him to go over to Soundstage 23 and stir up everything that he's done, and now look what it's done, led to the injury of one of my top stars. And for what? For what reason?
Well, to play devil's advocate here, Thor brought up some interesting points early on when you were talking with him at the start of the program. And when he drops the names of Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and the likes of the XWF, that they do cast a pretty big shadow. Do you not see any justification in the logic that Thor has used? I'm not saying we agree with his actions.
No, here's the thing. He came to me first. I give him that much. He came to me. And he said this is what he was going to do. And I told him, no, you're not. We don't need that kind of heat. We can coexist. We're on 2 different sound stages. We do not need to cross paths. Let them do their thing. Let us do our thing.
Oh, and it's underway. The one-man gang just came out of nowhere.
You see, Thor's biggest mistake was he put his hands on me. I'm retired. I'm not in the ring anymore. But I got people out there that'll do my bidding for me. So you want to put your hands on me? I'm afraid this is what we call tough love in the business. You're going to have to learn
Irish whip. One-man gang has him up, and holy cow. Thor's in trouble, and I haven't seen him look at this. Look out! Thor just caught the one-man gang. Oh, and he split him open already. One-man gang has been busted open. Thor withstood the attack of the one-man gang. We haven't seen him here in a very long time. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. Thor with the victory. Well, that didn't work out the way you planned for it, did it?
I'll tell you this right now, Thor. He is a major player here. And he got away with it tonight. I'm not sure how that just happened, but it did. That's all right. But as I said, you get past tonight, you still got to deal with next week. And next week, there's going to be a roadblock, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I think I know exactly what you're saying now. Fans, we got to go. We'll see you next week for more IWF wrestling action here on the Nation Network.